Hello everyone, today we're in the Cotswolds putting together 30 metres of stock fencing including a gate to help separate the two rental properties and keep the dogs in. First part was to dig the holes for the gate posts. This was a pretty straightforward process until we encountered the dreaded Cotswold stones. However, with a bit of graft we were able to remove them and set the posts to the required depth. We then moved on to hanging the gate, adding a spring to allow it to shut automatically, reducing the risk of it staying open and the dogs getting out. This next part I thought would be the easiest. After raving to Josh about how good the petrol post drivers were and how easy they were to use, we rented one. However, after the initial 100mm, the posts just weren't going in. We thought this was due to the stones in the ground and we were in for a long afternoon. It wasn't. After a couple more attempts of using the post driver, it literally fell apart in my hands. It was at this stage, after only driving in around 3 posts in 2 hours in the rain, we thought about giving up. Luckily we didn't. We decided to go out and get a manual post driver and see if it was any better. We weren't very optimistic, but after a few hits, the posts were driving into the ground nicely and the rest of the posts were put up in around an hour. The next stage was bracing the strainer post to prevent it from pulling over when we tightened the wire. We then attached the wire and rolled it out. It was our first time using the strainer hooks, which took a few minutes to set up, but once we'd figured out what we were doing, it was relatively straightforward to use. We then tightened and stapled it in place. Originally, we'd only planned to place one rail across the top, however we made the decision to add a second, which we thought would be more aesthetically pleasing. Thank you for watching, let us know what you think in the comments below, and if you like what you see, be sure to hit the follow button to see more projects like this one.